and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Longhorns will kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Mississippi State's offense is on the field for the first time today. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Makes the grab on the left. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Mississippi State right back to the line.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Bush. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you've got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like...
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Hunt is in the air. Takes it on the return. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. So Texas's offense will go to work for the first time. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was...
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let him get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
And the Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Here comes the Texas offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. The pull and throw off the RPO. Oh, he's got some space. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. The Longhorns come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Texas! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Smokey the Cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early in front of this crowd. You know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Miami is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sebastian isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by a field goal over the Judicials. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Mississippi State going up tempo. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he hauls it in at the 30. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. This time they'll go to the running game. They'll make the stop, but he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Bringing the heat. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Going right to work up top. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll run play action. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Motion from the wideout. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. And the Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Swings it out to the flat. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. They'll try to run for it. Nice move to keep running. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one after their own 37. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Gets it out fast. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it, using the quick game. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. They'll keep it on the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Longhorns have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Out of the gun to give to the back. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. He lost one down the sideline. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Longhorns will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Off-play action on 1st down. Got his man on the right. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Hauls it in at the 40. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. It's caught downfield. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. They'll put in play from the 27, first down. From the gun, running back on the move. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off the RPO, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Had to get rid of it quickly. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. Good, right down the boulevard. They're up by a touchdown here in the first.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Grabbed in the middle. It's Dennis. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Trying play action. Unloads it downfield. Makes a catch down the right side. It's a running. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point splits the uprights. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Miami is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that may get its own 30 for 30 after this one. They're up by 24 over the Judicials. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. It's complete to the left. So now it's 2nd and long.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
In the backfield again to make the stop. They keep giving him the ball and keep getting nothing for it. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. On the move, it's Dennis. And the Bulldogs get it past the sticks. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Give to the running back. Turning it on. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Mississippi State right back to the line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Second down, they'll go to the air. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job in the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got his man. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Got it behind the line. It's Bush. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stops, and it'll be 1st down. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Power football with the run. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. This time on target. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Lost to throw again. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. They'll use the running game on first and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Got the quick completion. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Facing a third down and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. They'll run it from the gun. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. They'll send the back in motion. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Longhorns decide to punt it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll start this drive going to the air. He's got an open man. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game, are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Oh, they're after him. Had to throw it before he wanted. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Horns up and ready to hook him. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Here's the pressure. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. A little release to the back. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. He'll try to get it through the air. Pocket breaking down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. Right down the boulevard. And that'll tie things up as we head toward halftime.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he makes the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return and give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's get it back to our fellas at DKR.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Reels it in down the left side. Off and running. Touchdown Longhorns! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. SMU is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Dallas, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by just 1 over Cal. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
This is just so demoralizing. You want to talk about taking a game over. That's what this defense is doing right now. They are just winning in the trenches. They're easily the more athletic and more physical unit up front, dominating this O-line.
They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. play-action fake. Under fire. It's complete on the right side. There he goes. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Mississippi State going up-tempo. Takes it from the gun on third down. Caught over the middle. It's Bush. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. The run from the shotgun. Fighting off the defender. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Got it in the middle. It's Bush. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down. Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Flips it out in the flat. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They'll go 4 wide, 3 to the left on 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Hit as he throws. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. The give to the back. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. They'll send the tight end in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Pressure coming. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power, you just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. Punt is on its way. And the returner goes down. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Leaves it with the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. And the Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Here's the handoff. enough to move the chains. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Leaves it with the running back. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a 1st down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays throwing.
They'll run it from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. The give to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it out. It's Moses. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Bulldogs headed quickly to the line.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This poor quarterback has been running for his life. He has never been able to get his feet set, stare downfield, and try and pick this defense apart because he's constantly throwing the pressure in his face.
The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Here's the heat. He'll pull it down and run. He'll slide and avoid the big hit. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Finding an escape route. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. The Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. They'll try to get the first through the air. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Forced to just throw it away on 3rd down, and now they face 4th. The Longhorns will send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Off the play fake on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time it's complete. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a 1st down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Off the play fake. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Dennis. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Fields the punt and try to pick up some yards. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. Might be looking to run.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Under fire. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's complete. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They'll move the wide receiver. From the shotgun, the inside give.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
And the Longhorns are rolling down the field. Off play action on first down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to fire. Floats it out in space. And he is showing it all and finding ways to pick up yards. He's down to the 28. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, still going. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. He's up to 90 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. He's going for the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Texas! That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Michigan State pulled one out today on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those players there in East Lansing. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing.
Use the play fake, now to throw.
We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They're going back to the ground. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. And the Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Wants to fire on second down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
What a beautiful day for the defense. A sack for you, a sack for you. Everybody gets a sack. Everything good happening for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. Here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
The Longhorns are stopped, but not before getting the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling. And the Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Snagged out of the air. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. With the run on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the pummeling has started. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Bush. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. Going to sling it on 2nd down. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, I love being an edge player late in the ball game. You got the lead. You know it's a pass. They got to throw the football and get back in it. Flying off the edge. They can't block him. They can't stop him, and he gets the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, going up top. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Bringing the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got it along the sideline. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. Quick release by the QB. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Ready to fire from the pistol. Off play action. Here comes the Heat. Strong pass rush. Gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the 4th quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback for another big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield.
And listen, everything's 4-down territory at this point when you're trailing by this much late in the game. So it's okay you didn't get the 1st down there, but now the pressure's on to convert this otherwise.
A shot toward the end zone. Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Trying to impose their will with the run. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. It's 3rd down, and they've got to get it to the 33. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. And they didn't need the extra points, but maybe just a chance to stick it to them right here a little bit at the end. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.